Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to some tactics talks. Now, I have been trying to do a couple of different tactics here and there. I keep getting fired. During the beta time, getting fired was the easiest thing to do apparently, so I wasn't able to bring you any of those tactics that I really wanted to. I apologize for that, but here, I've finally figured out how to not get fired, and we're going to do some more tactics. So with that said, I'm going to bring you during the beta time, the most grabbed tactic that I have seen at least. This is the Randy Marsh custom gegenpress tactic. Apparently Randy Marsh got 344 goals per season using this tactic with Man City. It is a gegenpress wing play type tactic, so we'll see what happens. But in the usual SFN FM style, I am not bringing you just Man City. I am bringing you Man City, Bournemouth, and Leeds. Man City obviously are expected to be in first. Leeds are expected to be in around 10th, and then Bournemouth dead last. One thing I've always hated is people who test tactics using the best teams on the planet. Man City, Liverpool, PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Who cares what Bayern's going to do? They know you know they're going to win the league. So let's try it with some other teams, lower level teams. And that's where the true test of a tactic for me is. So let's get into it. So different day, different shirt. I realized as I was editing this entire video together to post on the channel, I never actually talked about the tactic itself. So here we are. As you can see, it is a custom gegenpress Randy Marsh style tactic, attacking mentality. You have a sweeper keeper in back. You have a wing back on the left. You have a full back on the right. You have two ball playing defenders, both the same. You have a central midfielder. You have a box to box midfielder. You have two inside forwards, one on attack on the left and one in support on the right. You have an attacking midfielder in the central on attack, and then you have an advanced forward in attack. So overall, fairly attacking, as we've said. In possession, you can see fairly wide. Approach play is pass into space. You can overlap on the left and right. You can focus play down the left and right and play out of defense, work the ball in the box, mix crosses, shorter passing directness. Tempo is higher, so all the way up. Run at defense for dribbling. God, get out of my face. Be more expressive as a creative freedom. In transition, you have counter press when possession has been lost. When possession has been won, go on a counter and distribute to the center backs and take short kicks. Out of position, you have a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and trigger press much more often. So that is the tactic as a whole. So now what I do in these tactic talks is I will take three of these teams as usual. I will give them the tactic. I will basically vacation throughout the entire season to the end of the season through their last match of that season and see how the three stack up together. So, like I said, Manchester City, Leeds United, and Bournemouth are here for this year. And as you can see, Man City in first, 95 points, tied with Liverpool at 95. 72, though, goal differential is not enough to beat Man City's 77. Bournemouth and Leeds. Bournemouth excelling, Leeds not so much. Now, of course, these tactics obviously depend on what happens during the year as you're simming. It depends on the team you're playing. So we all know that tactics nowadays, you cannot just plug and play for the most part. I'm trying that in AC Milan in my save there. It's going well, but you still have to change things and tweak things here and there. Your AI assistant manager may not be able to do just as well as you can. But overall, Man City has done a fantastic job at retaining the championship here. So 38 played, 31 wins, 2 draws, 5 losses is not something you really want to see, especially to Liverpool. But Liverpool were crushed 0-4 away at Man United. So Man United's home game, just absolute domination against Liverpool. But 77 goals, 95 points, not too bad. Bournemouth 11, 10, and 17. That is not a great set right there for losses. However, it keeps them out of the relegation zone, which is fantastic for them. Leeds, on the other hand, expected to be 10th. Negative 20 goal differential. This tactic did not work for them whatsoever. Again, still out of relegation, but definitely above, or below, I should say, where they're expected to be. So 12 wins, 7 draws, 19 losses, 43 points, tied to Bournemouth. Not overall the greatest. So let's start with the lowest. So Bournemouth's schedule, you can see right off the bat, they hit a massive rough patch. I would have been fired immediately after that or somewhere during that. But they were able to pick it up here and there, a couple of wins in a row. But overall, very spotty, very bad. And in the end, not a great shape. 13th place in the Premier League. Leeds, on the other hand, had a couple more wins here and there at the start. What is going on with this? But still, not enough that would have probably saved my job. But they did pick it up right after January. A little bit better, but ended the season in a completely woeful manner. One win in their last, 10 matches or so. Absolutely crazy. But there's no surprise here. If we look at Man City's schedule, it is just a sea of green. A draw here and there, a loss here. You see 2 losses in a row, both to West Ham and Fulham. But Liverpool in the EFL Cup final, so we know that's one trophy they did not win. And then a loss to Chelsea in the Premier League. Liverpool again, Tottenham. But overall, losing in the FA Cup final to Liverpool. Liverpool is the one I should have used, apparently. But overall, Man City still getting the Premier League title, just apparently nothing else. Let's actually take a look at their competitions. You can see knocked out in the quarterfinal by Atletico de Madrid. Emirates Cup, runners-up to Liverpool. Carabao Cup, runners-up to Liverpool. Community Shield, they did win, and they won the Premier League. So 2 out of 5 trophies is not a bad haul overall, although Man City probably would have liked more. But I mean, look at this. Top goal scorer, 49 goals. Haaland is a human cheat code. I've said it before. It's been said 1,000 times before. 7.92 average rating. Come on. This cannot be legal at all. But I mean, absolutely crazy. So in the Emirates FA Cup, they were knocked out by Liverpool in the 5th round and knocked out by Brentford in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. So they did make it to the quarterfinals. But Solanke with 24 goals is their top. Ryan Christie is 7.13 average rating as their top players. Still, overall, not a bad season. 13th is respectable for a team that's expected to finish all the way dead bottom. Everton gets relegated. I just noticed that. Nottingham Forest and Brighton. That's an interesting season. But still, 13 points above the drop zone for both Leeds and Bournemouth. Not too bad. Let's see how Leeds did. Competition-wise, knocked out in the 5th round by Norwich. Same area. Knocked out in the 2nd round by Watford. So Leeds really had a bad go of it. Rodrigo, 11 goals, is their top scorer. Brendan Aronson, 733 average rating, is their top. So not too bad. I mean, the 11 goals, that's not great. But the 733 is a fantastic set. For how many did he play? He played 36. Wow. He did a fantastic job. 22 years old. Definitely one to look at, I would say. But most assists for Leeds, 10 with Sinistera. Overall, I mean, nope. Let's go back to the Premier League. That's what I want to see. Haaland, 49 goals is the top. Solanke with 24, actually, at number 2. And then Aston Villa's Watkins at 22. Average rating, 792. I don't think I've ever seen something that high. That is insane. Ryan Christie getting 2nd in assists at 14. Player of the match, 13 with Haaland. Let's see. No shutouts, though. Or no, not tops and shutouts. But overall, Man City absolutely cruising with it. Liverpool giving them some severe competition. But in the end, this tactic, I will say this tactic does say it is for elite teams. So giving it against a Bournemouth or a Leeds, most likely in the first place wasn't going to work the way that, I had wanted to see it. But still, Man City definitely coming out. That 5 losses, though, is something, it obviously, hopefully in your save, if you're in control, those 5 losses are going to go down. Same with the draws. Maybe you could have come away with a perfect season. Who knows? But overall, still a fantastic result. Now, one thing I did not look at is how did the likes like Leeds, how did they go up against Bournemouth? They lost at home against Bournemouth. They lost, obviously, at home against Man City. Lost away at Man City. Wow. 0-4 away and 2-3 at home. Interesting. Bournemouth, they actually won away from home 4-2. Apparently, Leeds is a better away from home team than they are at home. Let's go to Man City to see how their schedule was. Bournemouth, we saw 3-2. Leeds, 3-2. Or no, 4-0 against Leeds again. And then Bournemouth, 2-1. So winning all 4 matches. Absolute domination from this team. So With that, though, oh, wow, they actually beat Real Madrid 5-1 in friendlies, 3-2 in Community Shield against Liverpool. Liverpool got them the rest of the way almost. 6-1. 6-1. Damn. That's got to hurt for me. But overall, Man City absolutely cruising. I did not show you this. Most goals, 121 for Man City. So nowhere near the 344 that Randy Marsh got. But overall, still, 121 goals. Liverpool came up second with 133 or 103. I cannot read today. Man City with 86. Bournemouth with 70 in fourth. Leeds in sixth with 59. So it is a goal-getting machine type of tactic. It's just everything else when they're leaking so much from behind, I guess. But anyway, that is going to do it for me, Seffian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel. Thank you so much for watching. We will be bringing more player profiles, more tactics talks, and I got a couple of things here and there that I'm going to bring you every now and again. Just little special things here and there. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and enjoy.